Good morning. So I got some amazing news last night. I can't tell you what it is yet. You're just gonna have to wait. I was thinking about, those guys, those corporate guys who seem to have everything. Maybe they've got like a six-figure income or something, or like they're a businessman and they've built a company up and they're like, they have everything. They have the car, they have the house. And then for some crazy reason, they decide to leave it all and do something completely unexpected. I'm sure you've heard those stories, like a CEO who becomes a cheese farmer in Wisconsin or something, or they just go to travel the world, or do they just do something that no one ever expected them to do, that has been one of their secret passions in life. I'm thinking about those types of stories. So if anyone has any specific examples of someone who seems to have the life, seems to be doing what they love, actually seems to have it all, but and then they just leave it to do something else. A story of this guy named Dr. Dane here comes to mind. It's sort of in that vein, but he seemed to have the perfect life. He had a booming chiropractic business. He had a hot girlfriend. He had a really nice car, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's really together." But inside, he was just like dying. He felt like his life was falling apart, and then he was actually going to commit suicide. He set the date for it, and then he found this healing modality, which I do, which is called access consciousness, and he kind of shifted gears. Although it was in the same realm of health and healing. Maybe that's not the greatest example, but that came to mind. But I'm thinking of, if you have a story of someone who took a complete left turn, like a corporate bank executive who becomes like a hippie and lives in a tree or something like that. Like, I want to hear those kind of stories. Like that fascinates me. And like, what's the thought process that's going on? And imagine like the pressure, man, like that they must be experiencing. It's like they're living this life. It's not their dream life, but it's something that's kind of, they're not happy. They're not being fulfilled. Yeah, they have all these material possessions. Maybe they live in a mansion. Maybe they have, 2.5 kids and a wife, and just everything seems to be perfect on the outside, but something's just not working on the inside. And they're under so much pressure to portray a certain image to the public. But there's something more that they feel like they're here for. And it takes a lot of courage and bravery to make that decision, to walk away from everything they've ever had, to face the ridicule of their family, their friends, their peers. I'm sure you're familiar with Deepak Chopra. He is a mind-body expert. He was a medical doctor when he first started out. He was just straight up hard science medicine, and he had one of those lives where everyone was like envious of him. He was like doing very well. He was very successful. But then he had a shift in consciousness. He started experimenting with experimental healing techniques, and he got into Ayurvedic medicine and the Western traditions, and he started doing more things on a spiritual level and talking about the heart. And this was back in the 80s, I'm guessing, and this was completely foreign to the standard medical community, and he was shunned, he was ostracized. But he walked away from a insanely successful medical practice to study these alternative things, and I'm sure he faced so much ridicule for it, but he had to follow his heart. And now look at him, he's a leading expert. He pretty much created that new field, the new field of the new science, the mind-body connection, and he has been doing this for decades, and he is highly respected because he made that decision to walk away from something that wasn't working in his life, even though on the outside to everyone else, it was what he should be doing. It was the path that was laid out for him from his ancestors. Go into medical school, be a doctor, help people, make a lot of money, get married, whatever. Isn't that the message that we're we're hearing? Go to school, get a good education, get a job, make some money, get married, settle down, retire. That's the standard formula. That's the cookie cutter formula that we've been raised with. But is it working? Is it creating fulfillment, happiness, joy, and life for you? If you've gone down that path. I've gone down that path. I went to school, didn't get much out of it. I got a job, was making decent money. Jobs, there's nothing wrong with jobs. I'm just saying, you need to do what you need to do in this life. So we have a very, very short window in this life to experience it all. How much more fun could you have if you just followed your passion? What do you love to do? What excites you and turns you on? And wouldn't you rather be doing that and profiting from that rather than sitting in a cubicle and working for someone else's hopes and dreams and visions from 9 to 5 rather than creating and experimenting and experiencing your own? You know, Les Brown says that the graveyard is the most wealthiest place on earth because that's where all the ideas are. All the unfinished ideas and the beautiful things and visions that have never been realized in this world. You don't want to visit the graveyard before you've lived your dreams and created what you need to be creating on this planet. So leave a comment below if you have any stories of hugely successful people walking away from their profession and going into something completely out of left field because it was something that they loved to do. Let me know, and let me know your own experience. Have you had some sort of superficial success that wasn't making you happy and you went to go do something different? And how did you experience the pain and the conflict that you received from family, friends, coworkers? How did you deal with it? I want to know. All right. Hey, what's going on? Okay, so check it out. It's actually really cold today in Philly. It's like the second day in a row. The past couple days before that were really, really nice, and it's like 37 degrees. I'm waiting at the bus stop going to work, and I just ran into my friend Liz Jackson.
Hi, web people.
So the topic that I started this morning was about really successful people who seem to have it all, leaving their jobs and leaving their lifestyle to do something completely out of left field, which is what they love to do. And we were talking about that with Liz here. So what do you love to do?
My goal is to open up a recreational center in some kind of inner city area, hopefully Philly, if I'm still here in the future. But right now, that's not what I'm doing because I have to go back in school so I can finish and get my master's.
What's your job now?
I'm a caseworker for the Commonwealth. So if you need benefits, you come to me.
So what is it about opening up a recreational center that excites you, that gets you passionate?
When I was younger, I did Police Athletic League, POW for basketball. I was at the Boys and Girls Center every summer for basketball, for camps and stuff. And it was just a nice way to get off the streets. It was fun, and that's how I did track, and that's how I came along on track. I did track up until I was in college, so it paid my way a little bit.
So you following your dream and going after it and opening up that center, how do you think that'll benefit the youth?
The youth? Have you seen the crime rate in Philadelphia? That's how. I'm hoping that as many people, well, I mean, it worked for me. Granted, I was never a bad child, but I figure you get some kids interested in some things and give them some other activities to do, and they don't really have a choice to.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So from where you are right now, working your current job, what steps can you start to take to get you closer to that dream of opening up that recreation center?
I need to get my master's.
Okay.
So I will be, I actually started looking into the programs a little bit ago for my original my degree was in exercise science and nutrition. So I either am going to go back and get something else along with the exercise portion of it, or I'm going to have to do like some kind of management, sports management, recreational management, public health, something like that.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and if you guys out there in internet land want to help Liz Jackson fund her dreams of opening up an inner city recreational center, which is awesome. I will leave her information in the comments below, in the description below. So leave comments and let's make her dream a reality. All right, guys, Bus is here.
Once again, my name is Elizabeth Jackson. You can probably reach me by cell phone, but I'm not going to give you that. It's my email is ej633906@gmail.com.
Hooray! Okay, so this is probably the scariest and weirdest thing I ever had to do in my life. Last night at like midnight, I just got a call from my friend Amir, and he is a friend and mentor and an NLP coach and trainer, and I've been learning from him and studying from him. And he calls me up and he's like, I just booked you a one-way flight to Houston, Texas. You're coming here in 2 weeks, May 30th, and you're gonna come live with me, and I'm gonna help you build your business, and you're gonna learn from me. And seriously, I don't know what to say. I'm flabbergasted still. Like, I was in shock last night. I didn't know what to think or to say. So now I'm about to walk into my job and quit my fucking job, which I'm terrified about, because just for the record, I love my job. I go door to door offering discounts on energy, and I work with a lot of amazing, successful people. Wow. I'm like scared right now. I'm like, this is like the weirdest thing for me to do. So, I'll let you know how it goes. This is the reason why I'm doing this, is because I want something different for my life. I want to change. I want to grow. I want to help inspire people. I want to speak life into people. I want to speak on stage in front of thousands of people. I want to improve my own skills. I want to step outside of my own head. I want to create something beautiful and magical in this world. I don't just want to get by. I don't want to just survive. I want to thrive, because I've been neglecting myself. I've been neglecting and avoiding my responsibilities as a human being on this planet. I've been fucking up my health. My health has gone to shit, and I just don't feel like I'm living my purpose right now. And if it continues, I think, if it continues, I don't know what could happen. I think something serious might happen down the road if I just stay the same path. And yeah, I'm scared to change. I'm scared to go through this transformation. I'm fucking terrified. I'm scared of this change, but I know that in the long run, in the not too distant future, I can have my life back. I can do what I really want to do that I feel is not possible anymore these days. I can get possibility back in my life, and that joy and excitement from when I was a child. For the past year, I've had this idea to open up my own theme park called Leaderland, which will like help inspire the consciousness of people. It'd be like Disney World, but at the goal, you know, without all the corporate greed and consumerism and unhealthy food and just rides and experiences that will inspire, and is specifically scientifically designed to completely change people's lives and have them transform and break through. And I want to be a part of something great in this world, and I don't feel like I'm living that purpose right now. And yeah, change can feel weird, and I'm not prepared for it. I don't know what's gonna happen. I could fall flat on my ass, because I've tried big moves and changes before and they haven't worked out. But dude, I gotta try, and I trust Amir, man. Like, I know you can't have something great if you don't work for it, if you don't know what you're going towards. And I trust Amir. He's a good friend of mine, and I have faith that everything will work out. And going in to quit my job right now. Interesting. Yeah. I just want to feel like I'm progressing in life and making a difference in other people's lives. And like I said, if I don't do something about it now, who knows what's going to happen, and it could be really disastrous. I want to take control back of my life. I want to do what I want to do on my own terms. I want to have the freedom to travel anywhere in the world and just experience joy on a daily basis, and I don't feel like I have that right now in my life. I don't have joy in my life. I feel nervous and scared and full of fear and doubt and controlled by circumstance, and I don't want to live like that anymore. And if I have to take a huge risk like this and risk some relationships, maybe that's what I have to do. Just have to build a thicker skin. All right, guys, I'll see you soon.